Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good morning and welcome to another short conversation on all of the things we've been talking about. Today is Tuesday, December the 9th, 2025, and this year is coming down to an end. In preparation to get set up for this morning, I wanted to take a quick peek at how it is that we use our time, energy, effort, and resources to provide for our future and also to provide for today. Um, the thumbnail image was by freedom and not things. And the reality is, if you look at that in context, freedom is a thing that most of us are trying to get to, but really don't have a roadmap or a destination on what it's going to take to get there. What does and speaking to that, I would say and submit that freedom will be the hardest thing to obtain because a it is a it, it is a thought process on our perception of the world and how we view things in the world related to our own particular lives. We'll find it challenging and pretty hard to sit if we are free to sit in freedom because freedom is, I think, it is a space and time construct of time, right? It's a space. And generally, what we like to do is fill all of the gaps with other things to do. Now, when I say buy freedom, it doesn't necessarily mean take dollars and purchase something. It takes more of a mental rehearsal and practice to put ourselves in the state of freedom that while we live in reality, a 3D reality, 4D dimension, being free in our minds is probably going to be more helpful in the long term for some of the things that we would like to accomplish. And speaking of accomplishments, I think any of the goals that we're trying to obtain, if there's a specific goal, we're trying to obtain it. Um, why is it that we want that particular thing? Why do we want that goose egg? I think that's the question that we all can ask ourselves. Why are we chasing so hard for the goose egg? And in doing so, we open up our thinking and our thought process to better understand what it is that we truly think about a certain thing. So if we're trying to, um, the goal is to buy a certain type of car. I think while that is a great goal, and I've never had really goals like that to buy a certain type of car. I've always liked cars, certain kinds of cars, but not so much as, hey, uh, I want to get that particular car. It's changed for me over the years, and I've had a few cars, but I've never had like, oh, I've got to work so hard to obtain this thing, because it could be sometimes when we obtain this thing that we put our hearts and our minds towards, and that is the goal. It could be when we get there, we're pretty disappointed in the thing. But I think where we'll find great satisfaction is who we become in the process. And that's a saying by, shoot, I can't remember his name. Um, dang it, I can't remember his name, but he's passed away. And he says, the reason why you should earn $1 million is not for the $1 million. That's the goal. The reason why you should earn $1 million is for what it makes of you in the process. And I think that's the thing with particular goals. Maybe that's just the carrot, but who we become in the process when we're focusing our energy and effort down a singular pathway toward a singular thing, it's who we become in the process that really signifies to ourselves who we are. Because the thing outside of you will never affirm you as a person. Your efforts and your work and how you pursue things is the affirmation and confirmation of who you are. Better to do things that you better to do things in the pursuit of something, right? The pursuit versus the actual thing, because the reality you can it is said you care more for a thing the harder you work for it. So let's say your goal is a specific car and you don't work for it, and somebody gives you a car. You may not take care of the car because somebody gave it to you and you didn't have to work for it. Because while you have the car that you want because you didn't work for it, your your tie into it is only based on the car itself. But I would bet you $1 to a dozen donuts that if you work hard for something over a long period of time and you purchase that one particular car, you have a different type of attachment to it. And I heard that from geez, I can't the names are eluding me at this point. But work hard for what you want. Now, if we're talking about freedom, how do you buy freedom and don't buy things? Well, reduce the amount of things that you are purchasing. Reduce the number of things that you are purchasing on a continuous basis, and probably get rid of some things, and then see how much time you have. Because most of us are at a point in our lives where we spend a lot of time taking care of things, cleaning things, fixing things, putting things back, purchasing things, selling things. There's so much time we spend around things that we feel like we don't have enough time, but a bulk of what we're up to in our lives are consumed with things. So in this uh, direct pathway, believe in you, 5-year millionaire, 5YM, I will have some hats available at some point. Go to the description and connect with us in the community as we walk down this road to becoming a millionaire in 5 years. Because not so much the $1 million is the goal, what it takes in the process to get there, what I become in the process to get there is something that I'm more interested in seeing the developments. And I'm here to share those along with you. And it's Tuesday. It's another great day to work. I got a regular day job that I need to get to. Appreciate you guys watching in. And we'll catch up on the next one where we'll talk about what specifically I'm doing so I can increase my retirement investments into the future. I'm not your financial planner, nor am I a financial planner uh, or investment broker or advisor. I'm just a regular guy solving my own problems for the future where I'm not eating government cheese and drinking powdered milk. All right, see you on the next one.